Have you ever encountered a tale of unwavering loyalty that stands the test of time? The story of Ruth in the Bible is one such unparalleled narrative that captivates the heart and spirit. Ruth was a Moabite woman, and her tale is woven through the book of Ruth, a chapter that speaks volumes of devotion, integrity, and the essence of true companionship. Her story is not just a historical account, but a timeless lesson in the virtues of loyalty and love. Ruth's story unfolds during the era of the Judges, a tumultuous time in Israel's history marked by instability and unrest. This period, often seen as a cycle of sin and redemption, is narrated in the book of Judges, where everyone did what was right in his own eyes. Judges 21, verse 25. Naomi, an Israelite woman, had moved to Moab with her husband and 2 sons due to a famine in Bethlehem. Tragedy struck as Naomi's husband and sons died, leaving her and her 2 Moabite daughters-in-law, Ruth and Orpah, in deep sorrow. Facing a life of isolation and loss, Naomi, distraught and yearning for her homeland, decided to return to Bethlehem. She urged Ruth and Orpah to remain in Moab to find new husbands. While Orpah tearfully agreed, Ruth displayed devotion beyond measure. In one of the most poignant declarations of loyalty, Ruth vowed to Naomi, "Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God my God." Ruth's declaration was not merely an expression of loyalty to her mother-in-law. It was an embodiment of faith and commitment to a new life and a new God, the God of Israel. Such devotion and love challenge us to consider the depths of our commitments and loyalties in relationships today. Ruth's choice is remarkable, especially as she embraces a life full of uncertainties for a woman in her position, moving to a foreign land where she would be considered an outsider. Ruth's resolve to accompany Naomi to Bethlehem is an inspiring testament to her character. By choosing to leave behind her homeland and family, Ruth embraced an uncertain future filled with promised faithfulness. Their journey to Bethlehem was arduous and fraught with uncertainty, but Ruth's determination was unwavering. This act of loyalty not only established her as a devoted daughter-in-law, but as a revered figure in biblical history. Her decision echoes the courage required to move beyond one's comfort zone into the unknown, a leap of faith that resonates with many of us today. The next chapter in Ruth's life unfolds as she and Naomi arrive in Bethlehem during the barley harvest. Necessity drove Ruth to glean in the fields to provide for herself and Naomi. Here, fate introduced her to Boaz, a relative of Naomi's late husband, and a man of integrity, honor, and standing within the community. According to Levitical law, gleaning was a method to provide for the poor and the foreigners, showing how Ruth actively sought ways to sustain her family. Boaz noticed Ruth's dedication and took it upon himself to provide protection and provision for her, a gesture that spoke to his own character and kindness. Intrigued by Ruth's tireless effort and her renowned loyalty to Naomi, Boaz displayed extraordinary care and generosity. He instructed his workers to intentionally leave behind extra grain for her to glean and invited Ruth to eat with his harvesters. His actions went beyond the customary duties of a landowner. In an era when widows and foreigners were often marginalized, Boaz's compassion was transformative. His response to Ruth can be viewed as an early example of social justice, where he uses his position to uplift and protect those who are vulnerable. Naomi, recognizing Boaz as a potential kinsman redeemer, instructed Ruth to approach him for marriage. The concept of a kinsman redeemer was profound in Israelite law, where a close relative might redeem a widow by marrying her, thus ensuring her welfare and the continuation of her deceased husband's lineage. This role was not just a familial obligation, but a deeply spiritual act that preserved the family line and maintained property within the tribe. When Ruth approached Boaz at the threshing floor with humility and faith, Boaz was moved by her virtue and her courage. Boaz's response to Ruth's proposal was one of respect and admiration. He praised her for her loyalty and promised to do everything necessary to fulfill her request if he could legally secure his role as her redeemer. This union between Boaz and Ruth transcended cultural and ethnic boundaries, illustrating how love rooted in faith and integrity can break barriers and build bridges. Their relationship, built on mutual respect and understanding, stands as a powerful testament to the transformative power of love and redemption. Blended by destiny and choice, Ruth and Boaz's marriage was not only an act of love, but also a triumph over prejudice and a testament to divine providence. Their love story, grounded in virtues of respect, kindness, and faith, is timeless and powerful, inviting us to reflect on its lessons for our own lives. It reminds us that love often finds a way even in the most challenging of circumstances, and that our actions towards others can make a profound difference. Ruth and Boaz's love bore fruit in the form of a son named Obed, who became the grandfather of David, Israel's greatest king. The inclusion of Ruth, a Moabite, in the genealogy of David and subsequently the lineage of Jesus Christ is a profound testament to her enduring legacy. This Moabite woman, once an outsider, was divinely woven into the fabric of salvation history, highlighting the expansive reach of God's grace and purpose. The significance of Ruth's lineage transcends mere genealogical records. It speaks to the inclusivity of God's kingdom, where faith, not ethnicity, determines one's place within the divine narrative. In Matthew's genealogy of Christ, Ruth is one of the few women mentioned, underscoring her importance and breaking the norm of patriarchal lineage. Ruth exemplifies how God's grace can transform and elevate individuals, regardless of their origins, into pivotal roles within His plan. Her story is a reminder that divine purpose often arises from the most humble beginnings and unexpected individuals, showing us that no act of loyalty or love is ever too small in God's eyes. Ruth's legacy is a testament to the power of God's providence working through human lives to fulfill His promises. Her story underscores the idea that faithfulness, love, and kindness contribute to the greater narrative of redemption and hope, influencing generations yet to come. Ruth's life invites us to consider our own roles within God's unfolding story and encourages us to embrace our potential impact with courage and faith. It calls us to look beyond our current circumstances and trust in the greater narrative that God is weaving through our lives. Ruth's journey is a rich tapestry of principles that resonate even in contemporary times. Her unwavering loyalty to Naomi challenges us to examine our own commitments and the depth of our relationships. Are we willing to stand by loved ones in times of distress, just as Ruth did? Ruth's actions prompt us to be steady in our promises and true to our word, encouraging us to be a source of support and strength for those around us. Moreover, her love story with Boaz extends beyond mere romance. It reflects the power of kindness, inclusivity, and integrity in overcoming societal barriers. In a world often divided by differences, Ruth's example encourages us to build relationships based on respect, acceptance, and shared values. Her story challenges us to extend our compassion beyond our immediate circles, welcoming others into our lives with open arms and hearts. Finally, Ruth's role in the lineage of David and Christ reminds us of the profound impact our lives can have on the course of history. Her story urges us to seize the opportunities presented by God, embracing them with faith and determination. It inspires us to consider the legacy we are creating and the ways we can influence future generations through our actions and decisions. As we reflect on Ruth's remarkable narrative, let us strive to embody her virtues, seeking to uphold loyalty, love, and faith in our daily lives. May we be inspired by her legacy to contribute positively to the world around us, trusting in the unfolding of God's perfect plan. Her story is a beacon of hope, reminding us that even in the face of adversity, our faith and actions can lead to extraordinary outcomes. We hope you found Ruth's story as inspiring as we did. If you enjoyed this exploration of her life and legacy, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful biblical history content. Your engagement helps us bring these timeless stories to life, and we look forward to sharing more with you.